What's up, everybody? You know what I like to do after I hit my son in the nose with a Japanese beverage and feel like garbage about it for the rest of the night? I like to look at some baseball cards and some UFC cards and some wrestling cards. So that's what I'm going to do here today. Yeah, I feel like about this big. And like a million times as a father, I'm sure anybody who's a father knows, like when your son tells you, throw me something, you throw it to them because, you know, they can catch everything. And so today I was like, hey, I have this Japanese drink for you. Do you want me to throw it to you? And he goes, sure. And he wasn't, I guess, truly ready like he thought he was. He was like relaxing in his bed and just kind of chilling. So I toss it. You know, I'm not obviously, flame throwing it at him. And just the way he tried to catch it, like it was an odd throw and an odd catch, and it came back and hit him like right square in the nose. The cap, the head, it's filled with liquid right in the nose, and I felt, absolutely terrible. I mean, he's such a good kid, and he like shook it off after being in serious pain for a while, but yeah, I felt like terrible as one can feel. So anyways, with that being said, let me show some cards and try to get into a happy place for a little bit. I went to a card show this past week, about 45 minutes from my house, and I didn't go nuts. It was my first show back after a couple of years, and it was kind of cool because I bought some stuff that's kind of both baseball and my other passion, which is wrestling. But they're UFC cards. So first up is a CM Punk UFC card, as you can see there. These cards, I got all these cards here, plus I opened up 3 boxes of sealed blasters, that were WWE blaster boxes. You'll see all the cards here. I got everything for, I believe, $70. It's not too bad. So I got this CM Punk card. This, I think, booked for around 20. It is numbered to 25. So there you can see that on the back. This is number 8 out of 25. I'm a big CM Punk fan, even though he's kind of like ruined his reputation even more than he had in the past. Next up is also a number card out of 99. This is 96 out of 99. It's a Paige Van Sant card right there. She also was AEW for a hot minute. I think she's technically still signed with AEW. But I believe that she started out at UFC and then she went to bare knuckle boxing. But let's be honest, like a lot of what her famous is, why she's a lot famous is because she's a really good looking woman. And she does lots of stuff on, I guess, her Insta or her Twitter. She does her tweets. And she shows off her, body quite a bit. But honestly, I could care less about that. It was the fact I'm trying to collect all AEW wrestlers. In every variation, I collect WWE cards, TNA cards, whatever cards, back in the WCW days. I collect everything. So I could get a decent deal on this. This is an insert out of the UFC. So anyways, there it is. So there you have it. Next up is another Paige Van Sant card. This one's really cool. Marked out of 50. This is number 8. Right here, you see this card right here. This is also an insert card from Top of the Class. I decided this might be a better way of presenting the card initially, or that's my thinking at least. We'll see how it shakes out. But anyways, this card was marked for 15. And not that I didn't believe the guy. I was pulling up some comps too, and he was in the ballpark, but I was able to talk him down from a lot of the prices he initially had. I don't think he had a very good show, so I got kind of lucked out. But you can see here, this one's very shiny. A lot going on there. Paige Van Sant. And then as you can see on the back, it was marked 15. And you can see out of 50, this is number 8 out of 50. So there you go. Next up, now all the rest of these are all Otani-san. Old Tani-san. So I told you baseball cards at the beginning of the video, and I'm coming through. And this is from 2022. This is Revolution. Shohei Otani right there. Maybe I could get a little bit closer. There's nothing wrong with it being that close, right? So anyways, here's a Shohei Otani. It has lots of shine to it. It doesn't look like it's I don't believe it's numbered, but there you can kind of see. It's a really good looking card. So this is my official, seriously, first official baseball card in the last 2 years and change, I believe. My very first cards I bought, they're baseball related. In the last 2 years and change. I don't know exactly how long. It might have been less than 2 years. It feels like it's been a millennia. Next up is a insert card, and I love these cards. I know somebody talked about them. I think it might have been Tony JP Wisco about how he loves these flamethrower cards. Here's one of Ohtani from Fire, I believe. Is that right? Topps Fire. It says here 95.6 miles per hour. This was also from last year. So let me... I feel like I've kind of found a strategy. You all can tell me if I'm right. But I feel like the way I position my camera right here, it's a way less glare. Because I got my camera away from the light that was right behind me. So I have it kind of, catty corner or whatnot in the corner here. So there you have that one. There's a flamethrower, Shohei Ohtani. All right, next up, I don't think this is also numbered, no, but it's another cool one. It's, Mosaic? Right there. There's the Mosaic. As you can see, I'm going to present it like, what's her name? Vanna White. Like, there you go. So there you have the Mosaic. Let me get it off there and I'll show it to you. There you go. This is a cool looking Mosaic card. And this is also from 2022. So I guess everything I bought was from 2022. That guy had out. He was like, oh, get yourself a pile. You know how people always say, oh, put yourself a pile and we'll come up with a number and I'll give you a good deal. And I was kind of like, you know what, man, this guy, he didn't seem like he's really like paying attention to what's going on. So I was kind of like, man, if I spend that much time putting a pile together and then you're like, give me like a $2 off, I'm like, man, that's really going to piss me off. But he kept his word and he really dropped the prices. So I was like, all right, we're good. Because a lot of these things were marked pretty high. But the other thing is, if I could just do a mini rant real quick right here. If you're going to be at a car show, this is something Phil has said, Philmington, and I completely agree. If you're going to be a card seller, a card dealer, have your prices marked, okay? Or have your cards marked with prices. There's nothing as a buyer that's more infuriating, more just like it feels like you're just, swinging on, like you're hanging on by a thread, is not knowing the prices of your cards, having to look everything up, not having things clearly marked, and not having things, easily accessible when you ask them, like, how much is this? How much is that? What's this stack for? What is that? When you don't know anything, it's so frustrating, and it makes you feel like you're just like a complete like amateur. Okay, so with that being said, we have Contenders Optic. This is kind of has like a, I don't know, this has kind of like a X Factor, X Refractor look to it. I think it goes by, I think it's Prism on here. And as you see, he was marked for 5. I think he threw this in for free. I don't even know. I think he gave me a card for free, so I don't know. But like each one of I felt like I got the cards off for free because the boxes were marked 25, and then he went to 20, and then he went to 15. And he sold all 3 of these boxes here. You'll see I have one of these and I had 2 of the Chronicles for $10 a piece. I was like, and I mean, everywhere else at that show yesterday, or was it yesterday? Yeah, they were like 25. Everybody was selling for 25 or more. And the coolest one I bought here, and this one also is not numbered. So okay, I didn't think none of them were numbered. I couldn't remember if they were numbered. If they are, I don't see it. This is another Mosaic Prism, also 2022. Look at that. That is a beautiful card. Again, you know me, and my favorite color is green. So anytime I see cards that are of players I already like anyways, and it's a green background, or the cards, heavily green influenced, I like it. So let me put that card right there. So guys, that was it. So I picked up these cards. I'm going to do another video where I show off kind of some of the hits on my wrestling cards. But yeah, so anyways, Cliff Notes version, or for young fathers or fathers that are, maybe they're not young, but just, my son's not a little kid anymore. He's a teenager. Do not do something that you're going to regret later. Think before you do. Think before you say. And in my case, think before you throw something, because afterwards you realize you feel like garbage afterwards. Look at there. I haven't seen my son in like in a video in forever. Look at this over this way. Amen.
Oh.
Yeah, see? Right here. Whoops. No, right there. That's real life. That's in real time, people.
Are you streaming or are you?
No, y'all not streaming.
Okay.
But I will be doing that in a minute. So anyways, guys, I appreciate you all watching. I appreciate my son Luca taking it like a champ and being like the greatest son in the world, because I feel still to this day, I've been praying all day afterwards, like, please God, don't let him have like a busted up grill or nose. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not even kidding you. Like it sounds like I'm joking, but I really have been praying hard and just being like, please I have learned my lesson. I promise I will never, I'm not even going to throw marshmallows or cotton or anything on him ever again. I'm going to hold it with 2 hands and place it safely in his hand for the rest of my life. Until next time, guys, peace.